Cocaine crazy like it's 1980. Only served the raw, so never could you play with. Whoa, shit's cocaine crazy. And yo, shit so raw, what they tell me.
You already know what it is, man. We here with another one. Salute to everybody following the movement, man. I'm loving the feedback. I'm loving the interaction from everybody, the conversation that gets going when we get to talking about this. I appreciate you following it. We got a lot of things going on in the future as far as where we going to take this to and how in-depth we going to get with this education. But at the end of the day, I want everybody to know I appreciate you following the movement. Ain't no time more important than now. So this is why we still going to be getting to work. I'm still going to be letting you know more or less the education and what's going on around here. You know what I mean? So you already seen the title, man. We're going to get right into it, man. The anatomy, the science, the breakdown of a punchline.
Punchline, bitch ass up.
1, 2, 3, 4, punchline. 1, 2, 3, 4, punchline.
Shut your punchline, bitch ass up.
Nigga, you got a childish flow, dog. You still spitting all them punchlines, nigga. I ain't even about to try to out punchline you cause I ain't a punchline nigga. Now,
shut your punchline, bitch ass up. I mean, we all like punchlines, but it ain't that often that we need this shit.
What is it? Everybody say, oh, this person, yo, they be punching. This person punch crazy, yo. Yo, his punches be like crazy. What is it? Why? What is he or she doing? So we gonna break it down. Off rip, you know, I like to give my own personal definition as well as a little bit of something you're gonna find in the definition when you go look it up online, because battle rap is in a space where we use a lot of terminologies in places where we know we call it that, and that's the phrase we use amongst each other. But if you go outside of the battle rap space, they got a whole different like name for it or what they do with it. So I'm here to try to give you both. You feel me? A punchline could best be described as a statement, a line, a bar that uses comparative literary devices such as hyperbole, similes, metaphors. Those are the most common ones you're gonna see. See, I mean, the metaphor, especially once you hit, a simile, pardon me. Metaphors too, because we use both, but if we talking about technical, similes is like a ass, so you hear that all day. You know what I mean? This shit is crazier than, you know what I mean, crazy.
why the fuck they gave me you? I'm crazier than crazy glue.
Punch crazy, yo. Or you'll get hit like this.
So deaf to your style. Get some new shit. Bars have you up against the wall like the pool stick.
Hear that all day. So anything that you use to compare two things is considered to me a comparative literary device. Something like an analogy, you know what I mean? Whenever you use it to compare something or give an example of something, that's what I would call a comparative literary device. One of the four I just named, simile, metaphor, hyperbole, analogy, something like that, is accompanied with some level of wordplay, emphasis, and most important, this is important too, in most punchlines, you're going to get some sort of a reference to something in popular culture, something you'll see elsewhere in society, a commonality, something that everybody know about. You feel what I'm saying? If I'm making a punchline in New York, I'm gonna bring up the subway because everybody's experienced the subway in some way, shape, or form. Any comparative literary device accompanied with some sort of a reference and emphasis. You wanna show, like, you know what I mean? Well, let's get into the examples. You know what I mean? Once we get to talking about punchlining and battle rap and rap, period, for me, you can't get into this conversation without bringing up Big L.
You better flee hops or get your head flown 3 blocks. L keep rappers hearts pumping like beatbox. And every day
without Big L, ain't no Fabulouses, ain't no Lloyd Bankses, ain't no these kind of witty punchliner cats. They not the same person if you don't put in the groundwork that Big L with Jay-Z freestyle. He chopped Jay-Z head off in this. We're gonna keep it a band. But if you're not familiar with Big L and why it's important for me to even get into this, go do your research, spend too much time on this. But you have to hear some of this shit. You have to know some of this shit in order for you to really understand punchlines.
1 2 1 2, check it out. 1 2, check it. Hey yo, my crew be delivering hot lead when cats are clenched. Rappers are Jack and Lynch. Nobody can fuck with the way I be shit in rap events. Big is that nigga you expect to catch wreck on any cassette deck. I'm so ahead of my time, my parents haven't met yet. I'm feeling like this.
I mean, right there, till this day, that's some of the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life. Let's leave with that. But he said, Big L is that nigga you expect to catch wreck. I'm so ahead of my time, my parents haven't even met yet. Now, like, what that does to your brain as a listener, it don't get no more beautiful than that. You feel what I'm saying? He's using, you know what he's implying. The implication is a huge part about a punchline. What's being implied. He's trying to tell you he's so ahead of his time, his parents haven't met yet. You know now the commonality is everybody knows that, yo, your parents have to meet for you to exist. All right, so he's telling you that's how ahead of his time it is. Now he's taking a phrase or idiom, being ahead of your time. Somebody tell you you're ahead of your time. That mean you're innovative. You bring a new light that's not there yet. You bring a new energy that is not accustomed to. So he's using that idiom, that popular idiom, to explain to you like, yo, I'm so ahead of my time, more than y'all niggas, that my parents haven't even met yet. Come on, man. Like, that's beautiful. It don't get no more lovely than that. We ain't gonna spend too much time because Big L, he got a bunch of them shits.
I start white cops to they life stops for the low price socks because my blood is colder than the ice box.
Okay. All right. I stomp white cops till they life stops. Cause my heart is colder than an ice box. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody know an ice box. That's a commonality. Everybody know that thing. As far as the exaggerative, the emphasis, what you trying to portray, he's telling you that's how cold I am, like an ice box. So you're comparing the two, you're using a hyperbole or hyperbolic type ball because it's not about what's being said. Understand that. The hyperbole is what makes it like, yeah, it's supposed to be out of this world. It's supposed to be exaggerated. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes the punchline dope. So in battle rap, many different lines get constituted as a punchline. Just like that last Big L line, he showed you like, take white cops and he gave you the wordplay leading up to that final punch, that final punchline. You feel what I'm saying? Punchline is not to be confused with a comedic punchline. That means like, okay, I mean, here's where you're supposed to laugh. The only relation that has is a lot of the time a punchline demands a reaction from the crowd. Like, oh my God, that is the piece that put the whole stanza together, that put that whole 4, 5, 6 bar setup together. This was the line that made it matter. You feel what I'm saying? So in battle rap, it's a bunch of different lines people charge up as punchlines, or they feel like it's a punchline. You feel what I'm saying? Even in schemes, a lot of the schemes be punchlines. To me, the biggest difference in a scheme and a punchline is that with a scheme, a lot of the homophones, a lot of the homonyms, a lot of the wordplay is happening in the lead up, in the first 3-4 balls before the actual final punch. Now the thing is, all schemes kind of have punches in them, but not all punches have schemes in them. But the lead up to it, if it has a lot of wordplay and a lot of word association dealing with the punch, then it gets classified as a scheme. You feel what I'm saying? So they get a little confusing. A lot of the ways that people make punchlines is a bunch of wordplay. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it can get confusing between a scheme and a punchline.
Of course. World. Short shot top. Dollar. Semi. The movie.